Assalamualaikum. How are you, children? I hope you all have your names. You haven't lost your name, have you? No? Okay, so I'm going to tell you this story about a little girl who has lost her name. Yes, this is the book. Look, the girl who has, the little girl who lost her name. One day a little girl awoke, sat up and rubbed her eyes, looked over at her bedroom door and got a big surprise. Her name, which she had stuck there, shock, horror, it was gone. What exactly was she called? Sam or Rose or Yon? She looked inside her wardrobe, she peered in all her drawers, she searched underneath her bed, crouched down on all fours. No luck. Her name had vanished. It wasn't anywhere. No, she then, put on some clothes, brushed her teeth, and even combed her hair and set off to find her name. Never mind the dangers, for it's true, this little girl was ever so courageous. She crept outside into the dawn and found a winding trail. Would she find her name? Let's see. On with our magic tale. On and on, the little girl walked here, there, and round about and came across an animal with a tremendous snout. No, it isn't an elephant, just wait. Hello there, said the little girl. What animal are you? I'm an aardvark, said the beast. Good morning, how do you do? Not good, the girl said glumly. You see, I've lost my name. Oh goodness, cried the aardvark. What a dreadful shame. The aardvark rooted busily, nose down among the plants, and said, perhaps you'd join me for a tasty plate of ants? Here, that's the aardvark, you see? Hmm? Have you heard of the ant eater? Yes? Okay. Ants, the girl said, horrified. No, really, not for me. And she sat looking so gloomy, the aardvark took pity. Lost your name? It snuffled gently. Well, now, that won't do. But there's no need to give up and sit there feeling blue. Aardvark starts with two A's. I can surely spare you one. I'm sure you'll come across your name before the day is done. So you see, he gives her one of the two A's that is part of her name, his name. The girl came to a desert and climbed a rocky mound and saw a funny creature hopping all around. It saw the girl and leapt in fright, then gave a little cry and scooted fast behind a rock. It was extremely shy. Please don't be scared, the girl said. I don't mean any harm. I don't know what you are, but I'm sorry to cause alarm. I'm a Nabarlek, it stammered. Don't laugh, please. It's true. Even though I look just like a tiny kangaroo, some people don't believe me. They point at me and sneer. So to prove I'm what I say, I wear an N right here. I believe you, said the girl. I only wish I knew what my name was, but the thing is, I haven't got a clue. Don't know your name? The Nabalek said. That's terrible. Oh no. Here, take this N. You need it more. Now please, would you go? You see, that's him. And he's so sweet, parting with the N of his name. Sitting down against a tree next to a babbling brook, a monster was absorbed in a frightfully clever book. Hello, young miss, it said warmly. What are you doing here? Oh, please don't eat me, said the girl, quivering in fear. Eat you? It chuckled. Oh, don't fuss. I live on fruit and nuts. Little girls don't agree with me, meaning that, I can't digest them. They give me dreadful guts. But just what are you? Asked the girl. Your hair's so long and thick. I'm Bigfoot, said the monster. Sasquatch or Yeti, take your pick. So he says, I have two names and you can take your pick. Which one do you like better? I've got the opposite problem, the little girl exclaimed. See, ever since this morning, well, I don't have any name. Aha, the monster cried. An existential gripe for sure, but just the sort of problem I like knocking at my door. Tearing a page from his book, he said, since I've got names to spare, take this Y for Yeti, and on your travels do take care. There you see, he gives her the Y. The little girl went on her way up and round, completely lost but happy with the letters that she had found. She smiled as she remembered the great characters she had met and wondered how much crazier this escapade could get. The sun was warm, the sky was blue, and she fancied a rest. So she stretched out upon the grass and thought back on her quest. She'd had fun so far, lots of it. She'd hardly ever been scared, and she'd done things that other girls never would have dared. But still, she'd be much happier once she found her name. So she got up, brushed herself down, and set off once again. Now let's see who she finds. So up a hill, the little girl walked and saw a fluffy cloud with a lady slouched on top, grumbling out loud. Are you okay? The girl asked. I couldn't help but hear. No, I'm not, the lady snapped. I've had it up to here. I'm an angel, that's my job, but it's simply not for me. Well, I don't even have a name, the girl sighed unhappily. All this, the angel carried on, the halo, cloud, and frock. It's also good and wholesome, but I just want to rock. You want to see the angel lady here? Not happy at all with what she has to do. And she says, this is what she wants to do. Make loud music, have big hair, and stay up way past dark. I can already play rock songs right here on this harp. Then go ahead, the girl said, whatever's stopping you. If music makes you happy, then that's what you should do. You might be right, the angel said, then clapped her hands in joy. Here, take this A for angel. Now I'm off to make some noise. You see that A, the fluffy, white, cloud-like A. She hands it over to the girl. Little girl turned around and skipped back the way she had come, past all the wondrous things she'd seen and all the things she'd done, the letters she had been given. Can you guess what they spelled out? That's right, the name she thought she'd lost was found again, no doubt. Yippee, the girl cried happily. Hooray, never say never. Oh, that was the best adventure any girl had ever. Up the winding trail she walked and crept back to her house, into bed under the sheets, as quiet as a mouse. She felt so tired and weary, her head one happy whirl. What a quite amazingly courageous little girl called Anya. You see, Anya. That's my little granddaughter. Yes. And this book was presented to her by her parents a long time ago when she was little. Now she's 11. So take care, don't lose your name, okay? And if you lose it, just gather all the letters and write your own journey. All right? Khuda Hafiz.